Hey guys, Dr. John here. Today we're going to be going over a great low back stretch that gets through our Quadratus Lumborum, which is a muscle that's really important to not only stabilizing our low back, but ends up being overused and brought into a lot of movements and stabilization patterns that it can and should help with, but not always to the extent that it does. So we got to make sure that we take care of this muscle to let us keep moving. To start, I'm going to face this way, but if I'm stretching my right side, I am going to have my left knee forward. So in this position, because this muscle runs from our top of our pelvis to our ribs, we want to make sure that we get this muscle from each side. That's how we get the most beneficial and most thorough stretch. To do this, we're going to squeeze our right glute and tuck our pelvis. What this does is not only starts to pull on the insertion point from our pelvis here, but also what it does is it helps to lock this pelvis in place to make sure that when I do go to stretch, this insertion stays fixed and it's not coming along for the ride, because then we lose some of that intensity of the stretch. So I'm going to squeeze this glute and tuck my pelvis, and then from here I'm going to have my arms straight overhead, and then I'm going to start to lean towards my left side, and I feel a nice stretch all the way through here and a little bit higher as well through this lat. Now what you want to pay attention to, and you can start to bring this left arm down towards the floor as well, is the more that you accentuate and think of not only keeping that pelvis in place but arching through the spine rather than just hinging, the more you'll feel the stretch a little bit. Now if I turn away from you, this is what that stretch looks like. So again, I'm going to tuck my pelvis, squeeze this glute, arm overhead, and then I'm going to come down this way, really trying to arch through. And then you can move in and out of this position, right? So I can hold 4 or 5 seconds if I want and come back and make this a little bit more dynamic. Or I can hold this position for a longer 20, 30 seconds or so and get a longer stretch all the way through to try and change the length of that muscle. But that is how you do a QL low back stretch.